If you're a business owner, this is a spotlight on exit planning. Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. Joining me on this segment is Tom Poltersdorf. He's the founder of Beyond Your Exit. Tom, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Tom, tell us a little bit about your work and specifically let us know who are the types of clients that you specialize in helping.
Yeah, so I'm a financial planner, wealth manager, and my niche is small business owners. So it's going to be a small business owner, usually with revenue between 1 to 10 million, and they're looking to exit within the next 5-7 years. A lot of them, one of their core values is time, and they want to work smarter, not harder. They're looking for that work-life balance to just spend more time with family, do their hobbies, and travel.
Now, these business owners that you work with, tell us a little bit about them. Do they already have preconceived notions of what it's going to look like to sell their business and exit it, or how much time or thought have they actually put into that?
Yeah, it's a great question. And there's not a lot of thought that goes into this. A lot of owners think that there's, when they're ready to exit, sell, or transition, which way you want to put it, that there's going to be a magical buyer out there ready to go, when that's not the case. And some crazy statistics out there that we like to lead with education on is, 80% of businesses that go to market never sell. And sidestep with that, 75% of those that do sell regret it because they don't get the value that they've hoped for or need. So leading with education on that and, just starting to spread the word on how that works is kind of the mission.
One of the goals here of this series is really spreading the word and shedding some light on what exit planning even looks like.
Sure.
Can you help us unpack that a little bit and give us maybe a 10,000 foot view, just a general overview on what it's like to work with an exit planner like yourself, and what is it that you work with the business owners on?
Yeah, absolutely. So I put a lot of thought into this in the process when I started my firm, hence the name Beyond Your Exit Wealth Management. So the focus is starting with the vision. So what are you going to do if you were to even exit your business? Right? Because again, some of these statistics, a lot of these owners regret it. They don't know what to do with themselves when they do sell. So starting with the vision first, having that roadmap of where you want to be 5 years or less down the road is where we start. And then exit planning is simply building a roadmap or a strategy on how you would like to ideally leave your business, finding out if your business is attractive to sell. The majority of businesses are not attractive. So the exit planning process is making your business more valuable, becoming more efficient, building processes, having the right people in place, having the right people on the bus, right? Good to great book by Jim Collins. And, having that roadmap of chipping away at making your business more valuable year after year until the point where you have the options to sell. And what's funny is a lot of people, business owners, don't want to sell because they're so efficient. The business isn't running through them 100% at that point in time. So that's the ideal space that we'd like to try to get to through exit planning.
Can you give us, like when you start to work with clients, have you ever identified any really common, big, glaring mistakes that they all seem to make, or any pitfalls that they all seem to fall into? Anything that you can share?
Yeah. So start here. One of the biggest issues when someone says, "Hey, I'm looking to exit, I want to sell, I'm ready to retire," is everything in the business is running through the owner. So the business owner is at the epicenter of their business and everything has to run through them. They're the leading sales guy. They know all their customers and they have all the relationships. So, if they were to leave, they'll lose all those relationships and it makes your business not attractive. So again, focusing on one of the biggest mistakes is being so involved, because I think us business owners like to be in control, right? I think we can all agree with that. So it's starting to delegate more. It's starting to build systems and processes so you can train someone to be the lead salesperson and get as much off of your plate as possible to the point where you can take a 3 or 6 month vacation and your business still grows. That's a good spot to be in.
Is there an ideal time frame to start planning when you're considering selling a business? How much lead time do you really need to get properly prepared?
Awesome question. So as soon as possible. I know the misconception is, hey, I'm 60, 65. I'm thinking about retiring in 5 years. I'm going to start exit planning now. Well, Remember this, exit planning is simply good business strategy. So if you're a business owner, 40, 45, have no intention of retiring or leaving your business 20 years later, starting to implement exit planning strategy now makes your business more profitable, drives more revenue. It makes your life a hell of a lot easier because you don't have to be in the daily operations every day. So again, plan with the end in mind. Earlier is better. You don't want to wake up when you're 70 years old and you want to exit and it's too late.
Great insight. Tom, what inspired you to get into this field and help business owners with this challenge? How did you get started?
Yeah, great question as well. So I've been in the industry a little over 10 years. And I fell in love with business owners when I started working with them more one-on-one. So what inspired me was I wanted to work with business owners differently than the traditional financial services professional, hence why I started my firm. And it's talking about the business. Like a lot of folks out there, they'll say, hey, you got to invest in a 401k, you got to be in the market. We all know that, but a lot of business owners want to talk about the business because that's their biggest asset on their balance sheet. It's where all their net worth is. So what's cool is you can help these business owners and talk business strategy, and you can get into some really cool conversations and impact these folks to give them options on being able to sell their business or stay in their business and start a second business, whatever they want to do. So it's taking that different path on how to work with this specific clientele.
Terrific. Before I ask you my last question, Tom, is there anything that I didn't think to ask you that you feel is important to share with business owners considering selling today?
Yeah, get an open market valuation, because the hard thing, again, being a business owner is it's your baby. You need an objective perspective to view your business because there's a bias when you've been growing this thing for 10, 15, 20 years. So get an objective third party valuation on your business so you know where to start, and then you build your roadmap from there.
Sage advice. Tom, for business owners listening who would love to speak with you, how can they find you, connect with you, and learn more?
Yeah. So again, we lead with education. So I got a podcast, Business Exit Success. Get in there, start educating yourself on the process and understand the game. My website is beyondyourexitwm.com. There's a knowledge center tab on there. Again, tons of free educational information for articles. And if you're ready to talk or just explore conversation, on my website, there's a place where you can book a call and we'd be happy to chat.
Tom, this has been terrific. I really appreciate you taking the time to share with my audience today, and I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Thanks, Mark. You as well. Everybody, all the best.
That was Tom Poltersdorf. He's the founder of Beyond Your Exit. And this segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done to educate consumers, grow their businesses and practices, and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.